All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our member spotlight. And this week we have Ellie Berg as our spotlight. So, Ellie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. Can't complain. Or I could, but why do that? There's so much going on around the world. Why complain? Um, so, uh, we're going to just do some questions like we do for those of you who are turning in for the first time. So, Ellie, why don't you tell us how long you've been a member of Temple of Aaron?
Ever since I was born, so 25 years. I'm a fifth generation with my family there. So yeah, been there a long time.
Right? I know that is quite some time, and you are, of course, not the only one who's like, I've been a lifetime member. I was there when I was little, right? And it's a great thing, and it's great, and it's amazing that you've fifth generation. I didn't know that piece, but that's really cool. So, of course, now having been a lifetime member thus far, you've had lots of memories, I'm sure, of whether it be from when you were youth and in plays or whatever, or to, you are no stranger to Temple of Aaron still. Like you come around for other things, you work for us, you do lots of great things. So I'd love for you to share maybe one or two of your like fondest memories, maybe one from childhood and maybe one maybe as an adult of Temple of Aaron. Or you can share a couple, it's fine.
Guess that's kind of a loaded question. Um, Probably one of my biggest memories from when I was in high school was our senior year play. We did hairspray. That was probably one of my biggest fears that I conquered of being on stage in front of hundreds of people. So that's always been in my head there. And obviously, just lots of different little things of having my closest best friends growing up at Temple with and still being in contact with them today that's all kind of led to where we are now of spending as much time as we did at synagogue growing up.
That's great. Yeah, I mean it's so many we do a lot of great things, right? I mean, we have lots of different programming and that, but the thing I always hear from people who are lifetime or long time members who's had their childhood as part of Temple of Aaron, the plays always come up, right?
Yes.
Whether it be like for years, like Conquering a Fear, or it could be just I did them every single year and that was it. And I always love hearing about the play because that was something that my parents stole from here, and they had us do plays when we were in St. Louis with USY. And so they always mention we always have to give credit to Temple of Aaron for the plays because that was so successful, and it was really great to see it. And I'll be interested to see how the play looks this year. I know it's going to be a little bit different, so
Yes.
we'll see. But we're still doing it, a tradition that must continue. Um,
Absolutely.
so of course, we're in a pandemic, and it's been things that we knew were going to be changing, and things that we knew we were going to be missing, right? Like maybe shaking someone's hand, although maybe we're not missing that aspect, right? But like, what are sort of the things maybe that you didn't expect to be missing, right? Like, I like to give this example, like the being able to leave my house while like distracted and not have to be like, oh, did I grab my mask? Did I not grab my mask? Like being able just to like go out the door and not worry about, do I have like the right face covering is something that I've realized, I kind of miss that small, simpler time. So what about you?
I guess kind of the same thing. I guess what I've been noticing lately is like I'll second guess if I like put Purell on when I get in my car type of thing, or just that extra sanitation. It's like something that when you think back, it's like, yes, I washed my hands every time I went to the bathroom or before eating, but not every single time I left the house type of thing. So that's kind of something that's been put into perspective for me of something that's really changed that I never thought like, oh, well, it's kind of gross how often we didn't wash our hands when you think about it that way.
Right. I think the thing that is most is the mindset, right? Like now, like Arya's gonna grow up not remembering a world where like people weren't in masks or people were like, as I said, when you go to a job interview or go to somebody meet an entire stranger, you would just shake their hand, which
Yep.
seems like for us it was so normal, and now it's like that probably wasn't the best idea. Like and so like that's the simpler times in that aspect. I mean, it's crazy to think about. It's just
Yes.
crazy to think about so much things, and it'll be interesting to see what sticks and what changes and what doesn't. So now a lot of us have been home more or working from home maybe, like I mean they're just home, and I know That means that the TVs are probably on a little bit more as well, or computers, depending on what you want to use. And so I know I've binge watched some really random shows lately. I'm currently in the middle of rewatching Law and Order SVU just whenever it comes on. And then all of a sudden, we just started watching the show Escaping Polygamy, which is a very interesting show on Vice. But like, had I not been home randomly one day, I would not even know that show existed. So what is sort of the weirdest thing you've watched, the thing that the movie or series that you would recommend to people who might be having more time? Or as I said, when we were talking before we started filming, just the thing you're most ashamed about having watched. Like I fell into Tiger King and I did it. It was like in April and I was like, I judged myself for the entire week afterwards. But do you have one of those, or what's been sort of the greatest thing that you have been watching?
I've probably rewatched Will and Grace, the entire series, at least twice since being on lockdown. That's my go-to show, but something I'm not too proud of that I recently started rewatching recently was Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh, yes,
which is kind of just
like
a pointless, kind of sounds bad, but see how everyone else wants to complain about stupid things in life when there are actual issues going on, kind of just distracts you.
Right. That's been it. I've been proud. I haven't yet watched this, even though it came back on. So when I was in college, Jersey Shore was like the thing that people and so like I can say I watched all of Jersey Shore like when it was originally on. And now Jersey Shore is like back with like reunion shows where like they're pretty much just all adults, but still that. And I've seen previews for it and I'm like, I can't, I will judge myself. It's already bad enough that I may have watched Jersey Shore to my entire congregation now. It'd be even worse if I now said that I watched the second reboot of Jersey Shore. I don't think I could live with myself. So that, but almost seems goes hand in hand with binge watching is binge shopping. And it's so much easier now. We all liked Amazon before. Now we have an even bigger excuse to go ahead and buy from them. So what is sort of the weirdest purchase that you might have made, or maybe it's as of late, like the weirdest Hanukkah present that you might have bought someone from there? Or maybe you were just up at 2:30 in the morning with your puppy, which maybe that is going to be your reveal. Sorry if I ruined it, but that you decided to buy at 2:30 in the morning.
I guess kind of my binge shopping, it's not really weird, but I've been buying a lot of justification of comfy clothes for working from home, even though I have endless amount of sweatshirts and sweatpants that no, I need some new exciting work from home clothes for everyone that cannot see me when I am working from home. So that's kind of been my like binge shopping, and also anything that I can find that's cute for the puppy.
Right? Yeah, no, I get it. We got one too, and got the puppy too, and we're just like, yeah, okay, what are fun things that we can buy or here and there? And yeah, we had to order stuff for the puppy for Hanukkah and for the cat for Hanukkah. Not like they know, but yes. For us, we had to buy it for them so that we felt like we were good pet parents. And so then the last question is, a lot of people have either picked up new skills. I mean, the big one is the number of people I saw making sourdough bread at the beginning of the pandemic was ridiculous. Right? So people are like, sure, let's make sourdough. Some people, myself included, like I've been infusing different alcohols. April bought me a home beer making kit, which I think I might dabble in today. We'll see. And trying to see if I can actually make something. So is there a skill or hobby that you've picked up, or one that you already had that you've just doubled down in and leaned into more?
Probably something that I picked up more on is I would do my nails from time to time, but definitely was a person that would just go get them done. But now I probably do my nails 1 to 2 times a week just because it's kind of addicting now.
Nice. That's a good one. I have not heard that one. That's a good one to have, right? I mean, that's the thing that people were talking about, or besides that, and I know now more people who are like, oh yeah, I can do my nails, or I become like they're like, I can do some haircuts. Right? Like people refused to cut my hair during this, so that was fine, and probably a better thing for our marriage, because if I had a bad haircut, it was not going to be good for anyone involved, especially being on a screen more often. But yeah, no, it's really interesting, the different things. And nails, that's a good one. That's definitely a good new hobby to have. So Ellie, thank you for taking some time out of your day to be with us. tell us a little bit about your memories of Temple of Aaron. And everyone, thank you for watching this. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.